Subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications for the latest updates. Latest on Tropical Storm Fay, which is marching up the eastern seaboard now, impacting the mid-Atlantic and starting to impact the southern New England states. The system is strengthened slightly overnight according to reconnaissance aircraft, now with 50-mile-an-hour sustained winds and a minimum pressure of 999 millibars as of 9 a.m. Eastern Time this July the 10th. The storm is currently at 37.6 degrees north, 74.7 west, stage 2 on the CPS scale barely, so it's not going to be the most major storm ever, but significant damage is possible, typical to a nor'easter that we could see earlier in the year. Distance right now from Atlanta, Ocean City, 47 miles an hour, Dover, 101. These places could get skirted by tropical storm force winds now because they are on the western quadrant according to recon planes. Atlantic City, 106 miles, New York City, 189, and New Haven up in Connecticut, 236 miles away from the center of the storm right now. Tropical storm warnings extend now further out than before because of the wind being on the western quadrant, all the way from Fenwick Island in Delaware, including the southern Delaware Bay, all the way up to Watch Hill, Rhode Island, so the border of Rhode Island and Connecticut, and that includes Long Island and the Long Island Sound as well. Here's a computer model showing the latest forecast for the system. This is GFS run. It's still lagging a bit behind in terms of intensity, but you can see the general influence of the storm pass through the region very quickly through the next 18 to 36 hours. Landfall right now is actually less than 18 hours away, believe it or not, or at least its last landfall if it skirts the coast earlier than that. It is notable right now that the convection is displaced mostly to the north and east, starting to wrap around to the north and then northwest, so we could be seeing land impacts significantly sooner than the actual center of the storm because wind shear is pushing that convection off and away. Sea surface temperatures are less favorable than yesterday for the storm now. They're going to be 26s and 25s, maybe even skirting 24s right before its last landfall right now as it's leaving the Gulf Stream. However, these are going to be enough that it won't really weaken the storm too significantly. Wind shear would be the limiting factor if there were going to be any weakening occurring, which is still possible, but it's likely to maintain its intensity to landfall. This is the GFS model showing the wind speed, like I said, is behind in general getting the strength of the system. It's 45 knots or 50 miles an hour, but the GFS really shows that little swirl of not even tropical storm force winds heading on shore at the very start. And unfortunately for the northern Atlantic, we're not looking at anything else most likely for the next few days, but there could be an area to watch out of the Azores near 5 days from now, so we are going to have to monitor that closely as well. Hopefully we aren't ending up with the 7th named storm this early on. Today's tropical storm force winds, Ocean City 24%, Dover 15%. These could go up if they get skirted right now. It's really this is the time where they could get impacted most. Atlantic City and New York City 43 and 48% respectively. These are probably going to continue to push up as the storm moves towards land, and New Haven at 39%. Same for them. This is the wind swath from HWRF for what they're expecting tropical storm force winds. This is significantly west of the standard model deviation, bringing it in to Delaware, which is quite unlikely at this point. You see it's initiated late towards the Carolinas, so it's already to the east of the Maryland-Delaware border. So tropical storm force winds likely, for coastal New Jersey, heading into New York City, Long Island, and parts of southern New England as well. And the rain swath, this is, the largest threat from the system is rainfall. 4 inches possible is a general thing. Isolated areas up to 7 or 8, which is the main cause for flash flooding. You can see convection starting to arrive on shore already in New Jersey and even encroaching into southern New England and New York as well. That's going to where the flash flooding is going to be the main concern. Heavy areas of rainfall within a few hours could cause flash flooding. Force 13 may be live later to cover this again, and we have our automated streaming service already, so make sure to check that out and subscribe for more updates. You can follow us on our outlets, force13.com for web articles and the live cyclone tracker. You can also find us here on YouTube. If you're not watching here already, make sure to subscribe. We're also on Facebook. It's Force13 to find our latest posts there. And we're also on Twitter. It's @Force13 to ask us a question on that platform. You can also help the project become even better by becoming a patron. More information can be found at patreon.com/force13, or you can become an ultimate fan right here on YouTube for perks and to directly support the project and our future endeavors in these times. You can also find us on Discord to communicate with us on our Discord server. Link is in the description below, and you can message Fool13 at extension 9094.